back. You're watching Headlines Now on NDTV Hindu. Well, on to some national news now. The 2G scam and the consequent probe by the PAC, especially the Prime Minister making an appearance before the PAC Chairman Murli Manohar Joshi. The senior Congress leader and Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee said that had he been consulted, he would have advised the Prime Minister against appearing in front of the PAC Chairman. Now, addressing party men at the Congress office in Kolkata, Mukherjee said that the Prime Minister had taken this decision entirely on his own without consulting any of the party workers. He said that he believed in following parliamentary rules.
প্রধানমন্ত্রী তো নিজেই বলে দিলেন, আমাদের কারোর সঙ্গে পরামর্শও করেন। যখন গোড়ালিতে 20 তারিখে বললেন, আমাদের সঙ্গে পরামর্শও করেননি। পরামর্শ করলে আমি পালন করতাম, কারণ আমি কনজারভেটিভ। আমি সংসদীয় নিয়ম মেনে চলার পক্ষপাতী। মন্ত্রীরা পার্লামেন্টারি কমিটির কাছে কেন আসে না? কারণটা খুব সোজা। মন্ত্রীর দায়িত্ব হচ্ছে লোকসভার কাছে কিংবা বিধানসভার কাছে, লোকসভার 543 জন সদস্যের কাছে, পশ্চিমবাংলার বিধানসভায় 294 জন সদস্যের কাছে। মন্ত্রী হতে পেরেছে তার কারণ তার দল লোকসভার 543-এর মধ্যে অন্তত 272 জন লোকসভার এমপির সমর্থন তার দলের পিছনে আছে, প্রধানমন্ত্রীর পিছনে আছে। তার অ্যাকাউন্টেবিলিটি হোল হাউসের কাছে, হাউসের একটা অংশের কাছে নয়।
Now, the political storm over the 2G spectrum scam has, of course, posed to be one of the biggest challenges for the UPA government. Now, to counter the spate of controversies over the telecom sector and to bring in greater transparency, the Union Minister Kapil Sibal has announced the formulation of a new and comprehensive national telecom policy. The drafting is likely to begin within the next 100 days.
Then 11 years have passed since NTP 1999. And many changes have taken place thereafter, both in terms of technology and otherwise. So we will initiate action in the next 100 days to formulate a comprehensive national telecom policy 2011.
Now, corruptions and scandals have obviously tainted the image of the UPA government and their respective credibility as well. In fact, the entire winter session of the parliament was washed out over an unrelenting opposition's demand for a joint parliamentary probe into the 2G spectrum scam. Now, in a clear attempt to demonstrate its seriousness to tackle corruption, the government has decided to fast-track corruption cases, and this may just mean bringing in a special ordinance in the budget session of the parliament.
There is merit in instituting a new system of fast-tracking all cases that concern corruption by public servants, including politicians.
The UPA government is now following up on Sonia Gandhi's suggestion, perhaps a move to blunt the opposition's demand for a JPC probe into the 2G spectrum scam. Sources have told NDTV the government is working out the modalities to set up an anti-corruption mechanism soon, and it may involve bringing in an ordinance for fast-tracking cases ahead of the next session of Parliament. Speaking to NDTV, Law Minister Veerappa Moily said, "It is in accordance with Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's wish to fast-track corruption cases." Sources say the new mechanism will look at the 5-point action plan suggested by Sonia Gandhi. That includes fast-tracking corruption cases against public servants, including politicians, legal steps to ensure transparency in procurement and contracts, suspension of discretionary powers of chief ministers and ministers, an open and competitive system for exploiting natural resources, and protection of whistleblowers. But the NDA-led opposition is insisting on a JPC.
सभी पार्टियों ने कहा कि JPC का गठन करिए और सेशन हम सभी लोग चाहते हैं.
While the government continues to say no to a JPC, the NDA is adamant on having one. With both refusing to budge, there's a question mark over the next session of Parliament. With Sunetra Chaudhary and Sandeep Hukan in New Delhi, Neha Khanna for NDTV.
Well, moving on to some news from neighbouring Andhra Pradesh, the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, which is the biggest group demanding a separate statehood for the Telangana region in Andhra Pradesh, has decided that it will not attend the meeting called by the Home Minister P. Chidambaram on the 6th of January. The meeting was to discuss the Sri Krishna Committee report, which examines the pros and cons of a separate state. Chidambaram has called all political parties to this meeting to consult before any action can be taken on the report. Back to some news from the state now. As political parties are gearing up for the 2011 elections, the fence-sitter of Tamil Nadu politics is also chalking out its strategies ahead of the big polls. The General Council meeting of the Patali Makkal Katchi or the PMK took place today. The General Council empowered founder Ramadas to take a final call on the alliance for the 2011 assembly polls. Now, addressing party workers, the PMK founder Ramadas said that the PMK will align with a party which respects them. Anbumani Ramadas also mentioned that no other party gained power in the state without the support of the PMK.
பாமக எந்த கூட்டணியில் இருக்கிறதோ அந்த கூட்டணி தான் வெற்றி பெறும். பாமக நம் கட்சி தயவில்லாமல் யாரும் தமிழகத்தை ஆள முடியாது, ஆட்சிக்கு வர முடியாது, அதுதான் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிந்த உண்மை.
Moving on, the Talwars are upset and distraught as the CBI's closure report that shows Dr. Rajesh Talwar as a prime suspect in the murder of his own daughter Arushi Talwar and his domestic help Hemraj. Their lawyer also spoke to the media and lashed out at them for calling her client an accused. Now the Talwars will file a one-page intervention in a local court.
It's nothing but, as far as I can see and whatever I have seen, it's nothing but a bunch of false allegations that have been thrown onto us. The CBI has condemned us for life. They have let my daughter's killer walk free. It's not something I am going to accept. I'm not going to rest in peace. I'm going to fight this till the end till we get justice for my daughter. But this has shocked and really disturbed us.
After having gone through so much in the last 2.5 years, if this is the kind of, first they also say that they don't find anything against somebody, and then they also, they put these kind of allegations against you. The person has gone through each and every test available in this country. What else am I supposed to do to show my innocence? Is there anything else I can do? I would please want to do that. Anybody else wants me to do that, I am willing to do that.
We are making an intervention, asking the court to hear us. I think that answers your question, because we are doing that in the hope that the court will listen to what two innocent victims of a crime I have to say to them. So the intervention speaks for itself. We are asking a court for an extraordinary relief. We are asking the court to allow us to examine the entire report and at the appropriate time to make the necessary intervention.
Well, moving on, even as high onion prices continue to pinch the consumer, a certain Deepak Kedare from Lasalgaon in Maharashtra's largest onion-producing area is selling onions at a price of ₹12 per kg. This is taking place in suburban Mumbai. While Deepak, who buys the onions from farmers directly, sells it to the consumers in Mumbai's northern suburb of Virar and surrounding areas. Deepak says that this is possible as there are no middlemen involved. According to him, in spite of selling onions at this price, he makes quite a neat profit.
Onions at ₹12 a kilo. Finding that hard to buy? Well, Deepak Kedare from Lasalgaon, Maharashtra's largest onion producing area, is making it possible. Kedare buys his product from the farmer and sells it directly to the consumer.
मैं कांदा बेचता हूँ कभी 12 रुपए किलो कभी 15 रुपए किलो ये अपने को आधा भाव में मिलता है जो किसान लोग रहते हैं ना गरीब उनका जो सस्ता भाव जाता है ना वो कांदा मैं खरीदता हूँ इधर लाकर बेचता हूँ
एक्चुअली मैं मार्केट भी गया था लेकिन वहाँ पर बहुत महंगे हैं यहाँ मुझे सस्ते मिल रहे हैं तो 150 रुपए में मुझे पूरी गोनी दे रहा है
Contrast this with what consumers are paying on an average in Mumbai, ₹60 to ₹80 per kilo. The only ones not feeling the sting are middlemen who make a killing as the onion travels from Lasalgaon to the wholesale market in Navi Mumbai and then to the markets.
अभी हम लोग 60-80 के आसपास बेच रहे हैं जिसके पास था वो हटा के रख दिए सब क्या और महंगा बेचने के लिए अभी आधे से ज्यादा स्टॉक करके रखा गया है
और इसकी वजह से भाव बढ़
इसी वो धीरे-धीरे शेतकरी सोचते हैं कि हम धीरे-धीरे कमाएंगे
It's difficult to cut down the usage, so we continue to buy.
Even the prices are
But it's a worrying factor. It's a worrying factor. We need to bring it down.
As consumers wait for food prices to fall, it's people like Deepak Kedare who are bringing some cheer, at least when it comes to onions. An NDTV Bureau report.
Well, it's time to take a short break on headlines now, but still ahead, the Margary magic knows no bounds. Stay tuned and we'll tell you why.
Jump.